It's always fun to try some new snack mixes around Halloween time. So today I have a mixture of some sweet and a little bit spicy and a little bit salty. And I'll show you how to make it. It starts with some pecans. Nuts are so good for a person. So I'm going to put 3 cups of nuts. Well, I've measured them out, but I guess first I'll pour 2 tablespoons of melted butter into a large bowl. And my spices are 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and just shake a little bit out. And that is the salty. Worcestershire is pretty salty. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, not garlic salt, but just the garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. And this gives it a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of kick. And then ½ teaspoon of ground red pepper, which really gives it some kick. And I'll stir that up a little bit, and then I'm going to add 3 cups of pecan halves. So once I have these all mixed up with the melted butter and spice mixture, I'm going to put them on to a parchment-lined baking sheet and then bake them in a 375-degree oven for only about 8 minutes. Just enough time for them to get a little bit toasty and nice and crunchy. Now, the pecans have been in the oven for about 8 minutes, and I stirred them up at about 4 minutes into the baking time. Now, I've taken them out of the oven. I'm going to add 1 6-ounce bag of dried cranberries or craisins. I'll stir that up a little bit, and I'll put it back into the oven for only 5 minutes. Now, I'm taking my pecan and cranberry mixture out of the oven. And while it was baking, I lined my baking pan with paper towels because I'm going to transfer this mixture onto this other pan for the cooling process. After the pecans and craisins have cooled off, I'm going to mix them with the last ingredient, and that is the sweet stuff. I'll be adding a whole 12-ounce box of Crunch and Munch. You could use any kind of caramel corn that you wanted, but I like to use Crunch and Munch. There we go. So I'll just leave that, set it aside to cool, and I just want to show you some that I mixed up a little bit earlier. Got it in a nice bowl, and a fun way to serve it is to just make some paper cones out of brown craft paper or package paper and tape the cone together, and it's just something that people can take and go. So it is lots of fun, and it's a great sweet and spicy and salty snack mix for this time of the year. You can get the recipe at www.lakelandptv.org. I'm Sue Doden, and now we're cooking.